Another important attraction at Udayagiri is gallery of Buddhist rock cut images situated on the top of the western spur overlooking the Birupa river, locally known as Sholopoma. These rock cut images in rock cut niches, 5 in number from left to right, or a life size standing Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara, a standing Buddha, a goddess seated over a stupa, a standing Bodhisattva and a seated Bodhisattva. The Avalokiteshvara on the left bear two inscriptions. While the first one is the popular Buddhist Dharani, the second one records that the image was gifted by one Simayaka. The two-armed Bodhisattva stands in a flexed pose with his right hand in Bharada and the raised left hand holds the stalk of a lotus. He has a beautifully carved tall Jatamukuta. The second image is the standing Buddha with his right hand in Bharada. His pose equally flexed like that of Avalokiteshvara. This is a stupa in low relief next in order that has some inscription. The third figure, smaller than the standing images, is a seated four-armed Kurukulla with the Dharani inscribed just below her seat. She is seated on a Vishwapadma in a Lalitasana, beautiful carved with youthful grace and elegance, bedecked with ornaments and a bun-shaped chigon as her headgear. The fourth figure is another standing Bodhisattva with the right hand in Bharada Mudra. He holds lotus in his left hand. The last image is seated Manjusri carved in a relief in the background, which are smaller in size. Though there are only 13 figures representing 5 Tathagata Buddhas on the top, as being surrounded by 80 Bodhisattvas forming the mandala, the local people call in 16 and Manjusri, who is the male deity, is a mother. The central figure Manjusri is seated in Lalita Asana with his right hand resting on the knee in Bharada Mudra. His left hand placed behind the thigh holds the stalk of lotus which carried a manuscript or book its top. Thus, the site Udayagiri presents an unique feature of a monastic establishment which continued to strengthen from its earliest phase of Theravada Buddhism of 1st century BCE, represented with only stupas and symbols, and slowly transforming to Mahayana phase with the introduction of myriad of Bodhisattva and female deities. With emergence of Mahayana, the ritual process was increased in manifold, for which separate shrine areas were demarcated. So also the resident monks were also increased. For them monasteries were built, which is at their best during 7th-8th century CE, as is known from use of Dharani mantras. Further, the site was well connected with the other monastic establishments of North as well as South India, since Buddhism was patronized by the Bhaumakara rulers of 8th-9th century of Odisha. In fact, supported the monastic establishment, and further many such small monastic centers were emerged all over Odishan region. In the initial period, there is no trace of royal patronage to this establishment except the traders and local community, but towards 8th-9th century, with the royal support, the site reached its climax and seen with construction of several monasteries and worship of several gods and goddesses of both Mahayana and Vajrayana faith. However, with loss of royal patronage and decline of maritime trade towards 11th-12th century, the site slowly lost its importance, and rise of Shaivism and Vaishnavism in Orissa with royal patronage of Somavanshis and Gangas during 10th-12th century, the site lost its complete charm, went to oblivion towards 14th century. As we are not getting any donation or construction of monastery, as it is seen in Indian scenario, Buddhism was survived in certain pockets of North India and Tibet, but not in Odisha. From tourism point of view, the site presents certain unique features of civilization of human creation. It presents the wisdom of mankind, the science of engineering marvel known from residential complexes, and the spiritual excellence represented by Bodhisattva and Tathagata images. The vast and varied nature of the site narrates the journey of human civilization for at least 1200 years. Once one visit the site could able to understand the Sila, control of mind, Samadhi, concentration and Prajna, knowledge that lead to perfection of human mind and body. There is a beautiful park inside the protected area and visitors friendly landscape with sit out areas. However, accommodation facilities are only available at Chandikhol, Cuttack and Bhubaneswar. The nearest major railway head is Cuttack and the airport is at Bhubaneswar. Thus, the site presents a complete set of Buddhist settlement with a shrine complex, stupa complex, accommodation complex, kitchen complex and a water reservoir. This signifies the lifestyle of Buddhists of historical period. Now, in this video, we talked about Udayagiri as a Buddhist tourism destination, journey of Buddhism for about 1400 years as reflected in the excavated material culture, the development of Bodhisattva images and patronage of Buddhist settlement by the traders. I hope you enjoyed the session and this will help you to build your career in tourism sector or as an independent researcher. Thank you very much.